Almost all parents have a story about their toddler or child saying a bad word that you didn't realize that your kids had overheard. Well, that turned into an amazing teaching moment for my guest today. Kent Phelps is the inventor of the Tacky Box. You're good that you're fessing up to this story about your daughter. I appreciate you being here, by the way.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
What happened with your daughter?
So halfway through her kindergarten year, we're standing at the end of the day. I'm cooking dinner, and she's sitting working on something, telling me a story about her day. And in the middle of the story, she very nonchalantly throws out a four-letter word. Right? And so I froze, and I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what I was going to say, but I took a moment and I talked to her about tacky versus kind, and explained to her that she had a choice to make, and only she could make that choice as to whether she was going to repeat tacky words and actions that she saw and heard, or choose to be kind and refrain from using them. So I asked her to go to her room and think about it, come let me know what she decided. And so luckily for me, she came out and decided that she wanted to be kind and she didn't want to pick up those words. So fast forward all of that from, just that four-letter word, it really turned into a collaborative effort to make the world a kinder place.
Why do you think it is important that we talk to our kids about kindness and about not being tacky, which I love phrasing it that way, to not be tacky?
Yeah. I think that we've created a world where there's so much tacky behavior around us, and we can't shelter our kids from it. We want to shelter our kids from it, but unfortunately we can't. And so we need to have that proactive conversation and prepare them for that moment when they are going to see something, they are going to hear something, and present it as though the cool thing to do is be kind, right? Instead of repeat that. And I think that's what the Tacky Box does.
Well, and kindness is kind of a vague topic for especially younger kids. How do you help explain what kindness is?
You know what's funny? Well, we do it through the story in our set. So the Tacky Box is actually a three-piece set that teaches kids to choose to be kind over tacky words and actions. And the first step in the process is reading a book.
Okay.
And so the kid walks through an experience with either Margot the monkey in the girl set or Max the monkey in the boy set, and watches what happens to the monkey as he or she uses unkind words. No friends, no one to play with, you're bored, you're lonely. And then towards the end of the book, after a wise old owl pays a visit and delivers a tacky box, the kid then sees the monkey experience something different when they use kind words. So the story is really what paints that picture for the kid, and then the kid wants to be like the monkeys.
How have you seen your own kids change since you've been using the Tacky Box at home?
It was a very, very quick change. The second that we introduced the concept and we started locking up the words and actions, and we make a big deal because we talk about when you do write it down on a piece of paper and you lock that word or action in the box, you're removing it from your heart and you're removing it from your mind. And that is a symbol of the choice that you've made not to be tacky.
Wow.
So we make a big deal when we roll it out, and then they do it themselves.
And then they get into it. Okay, well, I want to leave some time so that you can show us how the Tacky Box works. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we will be back after this to show you how the Tacky Box works.
Is loud habitual snoring